Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to War Thunder and welcome on board a vampire. It's not just any vampire, it's the Swedish A28B vampire, notorious for its cast in ground battles. However, we're not playing ground battles today, we are playing realistic battles in which this thing is BR 8.0 with some very nifty guns which are very good at, have a very high fire rate, as we've just seen, and this thing has a very good turn rate as we turn around into a CL13 and finish him off there. Severe damage, set him on fire, and he's not recovering from that. As I was saying, I believe this aircraft is the only one in the game to have this specific variant of the 20mm Akin cannons. I think they are just copies and pastes of some version of the British Hispanos, which would make sense given that this is more or less a copy-paste aircraft, but regardless, I'm trying to figure out who to engage here, because as you can see the Sub 105 just absolutely binned that F84, but he's now got a MiG-15 on his 6, and he's more or less heading towards me, so we might try and help him out here. Now MiG-15 is throwing some shapes alongside the Sub 105. I would have thought the Sub would be able to outmaneuver the MiG, but maybe not, as we try to get a solution here. Bit of a long range shot as we unfortunately miss, and the MiG-15 does manage to shoot down the Sub. But regardless of that, the MiG, for whatever reason, appears to have his air brakes out as we get some shots on target. Critical hit, miss another burst, and he tries to break the other direction, of which we land some more hits. Eventually take his wing off, and because of that we narrowly save that MiG-17 there as we try to finish him off, but then I realised he was going to crash, so there's no need to persist. Down he goes. Lovely stuff. Now, this aircraft isn't necessarily the fastest. As mentioned, it is a vampire, it's got one jet, and the wingspan on this thing is absolutely crazy. This makes it the zero of jets, in my opinion, but isn't the Messerschmitt 163, because this thing actually has something resembling, loiter time, as we pull onto this A4 here with a Cougar behind us. That's not a Cougar, that's a Panther, as we tried to get guns but completely missed that reversal, but that's fine. I actually heard him coming, otherwise we would have died. Now, speaking of dying, this A4 is set on fire as we narrowly miss a missile there. We didn't set him on fire, we took his wing off. My brain is everywhere today, guys, I'm sorry. I was having too much fun flying this aircraft. Anyway, F86 F2 Sabre, rolling out the way of this guy's guns, he can't seem to aim, so let's help him. Severe damage, have a burst on target, and we pull away because he is eventually going to crash. A4, I thought he was going to come head on with us, he doesn't, he breaks in front of us, which is very nice as the Sabre goes down, giving us a fourth kill as the A4 suffers severe damage, who will give us that fifth kill. There we go. Got her in the end. Right, there's a bit of a merge happening in front of us, a bit of a furball. I'm thinking we might be able to pick off anyone who's slightly lower down, because this thing is slow, us not very good at burst climbing, we need to keep our wits about us. But we may be able to pull something off as this MiG-15 starts to take us in the head on. He breaks away last second, and this thing's your authority is not fantastic, and it's a shame because if it was, we may have been able to get guns on there, which was the plan initially, but lo and behold, we do manage to cut him off. So he tries to get guns on, and I believe we aim, there you go, a little bit high there as he does manage to escape. That's fine, we're going to stay on the deck, keep our wits about us. Because I'm thinking if ultimately we can stay beneath these guys, then they may crash as we get guns on the Sabre. Critical hit, and man, looks like engine damage considering how much smoke is pluming out of his tailpipe there. Now, as we can see, this MiG is trying to get a solution on us. Now, he does need to break off as we break into him. Try and get guns. Once again, a little bit too high. No big deal. We're going to break back into him as we see this Panther coming back for another round. Guns on, we miss each other. That's absolutely fine, no harm done. Now I've lost that MiG, and as he is playing his aircraft properly, he is actually fighting in the vertical. As we try to break upwards here, force an overshoot, break back into him, try and get guns on. Just about miss him. That's fine. I think we need to try and disengage here. However, because we've been paying so much attention to that MiG, I completely failed to realise there is a comet closing in on us, so I tried to extend here, tried to accelerate away, but at the end of the day, it's only a vampire, not much we can do. He is inevitably going to catch us, so I tried to throw some shapes to get his guns off, and I must apologise here because the recording stopped, and I got a very, very nice reversal, and we won the game. Anyway, F2H Banshee in front of us. Guns on. Miss each other. That's fine. He starts a dogfight for whatever reason. So we are going to cut him off. And I've got a few upgrades for this round as well, because what you previously saw was actually completely stock. So we get some guns on. I'll try to at least. Now, I'm still learning these guns because I haven't been flying this aircraft for very long. As you can see, he's everywhere, as are my bullets. They're hitting everything except the guy that I'm trying to kill, which is pretty standard, but whatever. As we get shots at, but they miss, whoever they is. And, finally get some guns on target, critical hit on the Banshee, take a swing off, aircraft destroyed. This was his friend, an A5 Sabre with his Sabre Laser 50 caliber machine guns. As we start a dogfight with him. I'm not quite sure why he thought this would be a good idea, but hey ho, it's free real estate, so we pull up into him and get a nice little burst and get his pilot. Lovely. Now, checking the map, there's not too many people here, bar that Meteor. As you can see, me typing in the chat saying the aim has left the building, which is an absolute understatement. As we can see this F80 behind us, we're going to turn around and see what we can do about this guy. Now, it turns out he is dying, we get guns on, and somehow manage to get aircraft destroyed right as he crashes. Maybe my rounds were the last one to hit him before he crashes, I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but you know, third kill, can't complain. Now, there are these two French jets over here. I can never remember what they're called, but that doesn't matter because we're going to try and shoot them down anyway. As Chuck Yeager once said, first time I saw a jet, I shot it down. Anyway, guns on. We miss, he hits us and sets our left-hand fuel tank on fire, which is suboptimal. As we break back into him, try and get some guns on, but he pulls up and above them, so we're going to follow him through into the vertical here while we still have a wing. And the wing damage does actually throw our aim off, which is very annoying, so we may have had him there. Luckily for us, the fuel fire goes out, which leaves us with a wing. It's incredibly damaged, but whatever it is, as deformed as it may be, it is still attached. I'm missing an aileron, which is not good. There's not so much we can do to recover this. I tried to pull up. As you can see, rudder's flat out to the right. We do actually get shot at by the other jet, but he misses, thank goodness. We managed to pull up last moment as this guy tries to re-engage us. I thought we were going to die here until teammate comes along, have a little vampire there, and damages him, so I think, well, I'm going to die anyway, may as well finish him off. As we do. Fourth kill, very satisfying, and we recover from that very gracefully, and into another game. Now, TU-14 going head on with a Kika in front of us here, just after takeoff as we head towards the friendly bases. I think either one of those guys got damaged, but anyway, TU-14 coming head on, not necessarily head on to get guns on, but head on enough for us to absolutely tear him to shreds as we take his tail and his wing off. Sadly, as you can see, he does get the base, but regardless, that is a kill for us. Now we're going to time accelerate here because not much happens until we, hit this furball in front of us as a B-29 just decides to nosedive for whatever reason. That's not something to see every day. Now, I see this F80 off to our 1-ish, 2 o'clock now, who's activated anti-mech order and going to ground pound. Now, somehow, I've actually managed to redline this thing, and we are catching him. I didn't quite realise this thing could hit this sort of speed, yet alone catch an F80, unless it said F80A. Oh, there we go, which it was. Now, looking at his undercarriage, I can see that I think he still has either bombs or rockets attached, which may be why we're catching him, is we get a critical hit on him. He tries to throw some shapes, but we get guns on and absolutely spray him down. Severe damage of his left wing, put him in a nice little flat spin, and down he goes. That is our second kill. Absolutely lovely. Now, once again, bit of a merge happening in front of us. Not too much we can do from this distance, so I need to try and close things up. And I see this Banshee and the A2D. I can never remember that thing's name, the turboprop. Anyway, we tried to get some hits on the Banshee here. He does actually pull away from our guns, once again, purely because of this thing's your authority. That doesn't matter as we reacquire onto this Banshee, the A2D. Take him out, and then we try to move on to the Banshee here, because that was a very nice little lineup, I gotta say, as we a few hits on him, take off one of his elevators, and my internet seems to be everywhere once again. No change there. Now, go on to the Banshee here. Miss him, so we try to get a few more shots, and have a little spray, severe damage to his right wing, put him into a flat spin, down he goes. So that's our 4th kill. Absolutely lovely. Now there's a Sabre and another F80. F80 is actually crashing, and our teammates very quickly, I say, finish off that Sabre. And I noticed this LA200, he seems to be returning to base, as well as the IL-28, who does actually have a friendly on him, so he's not going to last for long. As we can see, slowly closing up on this LA200. I didn't think we'd catch him until I see the plume of smoke following him, so I think either one of his 2 engines must be damaged. And he is incredibly slow as he crests this hill, as we follow him down, along with the SK60 and the friendly 262. We try and get some long range guns, and we do actually get a crit, set his engine on fire, and get a very nice kill assist. Now, I thought he got a crash there, going to see my ping, which shouldn't happen for much longer, because I've actually got an order for full fibre from our local altnet, which is nice. That'll be installed soon. Anyway, as you can see, last guy, SU-11, sort of climbed to space. I'm not really sure what I was trying to do here, trying to catch him, because, well, he's gone full Vostok mode, and we are just a puny little vampire with one tiny little engine, and yeah, there is a blind time order on him, which I set because I didn't quite know where he was, but it doesn't matter because he's actually starting to dive, as our teammates are ground pounding, as you can see by the ticket bleed there. It's a pretty one-sided fight at this point. Now, it's almost like he's not too sure what to do. I think he sort of wanted to engage, but at the same time he wanted to keep his aircraft safe, but then it doesn't matter because we win, and keeping aircraft safe here is not something I do, as he takes our wing off, but we don't die. Anyway, that was the A28 Vampire. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you guys again in the next one.